Welcome to Political Empire. This is Jeff Horseman with the Press Enterprise and PE.com. And it's kind of Christmas in August for political reporters because the first round or latest round of campaign finance reports were due on July 31st, and this covers the first 6 months of 2013. And so we got a lot of reports to go over, particularly for the state lawmakers and candidates. And here to talk about that batch is our Sacramento reporter, Jim Miller. So, Jim, what have you learned so far by going through the reports?
Well, it's still early in the cycle. I mean, I think the other day we had a story about Supervisor Jeff Stone declaring for the state senate. Well, he just did it, so he hasn't filed a report. And since we're mentioning the Senate, in the odd-numbered districts in our area, which will not be on the ballot until 2016. You just have the two incumbents, Richard Roth, Democrat from Riverside, and Bill Emerson, a Republican from Redlands. And you look at their reports, and they are. I think Roth has more than $100,000. Actually, I'll get you the exact number here. He has $106,000 cash on hand, and Bill Emerson has about $50,000. Moving over to the assembly, though, there's potentially a couple seats that could be competitive in 2014, and in the primary as well. And starting out with the 42nd Assembly District, which is being vacated by Brian Nestandi because of term limits, and you have three Republicans running in that so far, and Chris Mann, Chad Mays, and Gary Gendron. And looking at just this week's numbers, Chad Mays from Yucca Valley is quite far ahead of the other two. He has about $94,000 cash on hand after raising right around $100,000. So it's kind of an early, all these are sort of early indicators of how the campaigns might be shaping up. And then just real quick, for a couple seats that might be competitive in the general election next year, in the 40th Assembly District with Mike Morrell, he's got almost $234,000 cash on hand, which is a lot. And then Eric Linder over in the 60th Assembly District, that district has been mentioned in some lineups of potentially competitive districts. He's got about $106,000 cash on hand, so a not insignificant amount as well.
All right, and I mentioned the state races that are going to be coming up. We're also going to have 3 Riverside County Supervisor seats up for election next year, and I went through some of the reports and looking to at a couple of them. One being the 4th district, which is mainly the desert communities. You got John Benoit, the incumbent, going up against term-limited Democratic Assemblyman Manuel Perez. Both of them actually raised, I think, more than $200,000 each. The difference being Benoit has, I think, about $300,000 or so in cash on hand, and Perez has about $100,000 or so based on the early look at the numbers. And then in the 5th district, which goes from the Pass to Menifee, you got incumbent Marion Ashley and Mark Orozco, a former Beaumont School Board member, who is taking him on. And again, both raised 6 figures in terms of what they were able to collect from January 1st to June 30th. One big difference is Orozco, it looks like a large part of the cash he took in is in the form of loans he either made to himself or there's a retired teacher in LA County who loaned him some money. Whereas Ashley, it's pretty much all donations from a lot of traditional sources he's given to supervisors. So we'll have more of that in PE.com. And I want to thank Jim for lending his insight once again. And I want to thank you for watching Political Empire. We'll see you next time.